Stop being insecure. Yeah, you heard me. Stop being insecure. Raise your hand if you're insecure. Notice the hesitation, the silence, the glancing over at your friends. Is she really asking me if I'm insecure? She must be crazy. I noticed not many of y'all raised your hands. Why is this? Do we think we just have a super confident group today? Yeah, no, sorry. That's not what I think. Because no matter how confident we can get, in this day and age, we can all find insecurities. One huge source of insecurity is social media. Social media warps our common sense because it makes it hard for us to decipher what is real or fake. Now we let fake situations make us feel bad. How do you feel after looking at these images? What about this one? You're at home scrolling on your phone and you see all your friends hanging out without you. What about this one? You got a bad test grade and you see everyone online with A pluses and 5.0s. Imagine spending hours a day looking at things like this. What do you think that would do to someone's self-esteem? A college study done by a social psychologist at the University of Stanford surveyed 75 women. These women were asked to read an educational magazine with just advertisements of model slim women. After reading one, nearly half felt less confident and 68% felt worse about their bodies and looks. Imagine how this has increased rapidly through the digital world. Not only do we have TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and so many other forms of social media letting us see models' lives, we see everyone's lives. Back then, people would see magazines in waiting rooms maybe once a week. But now people spend an average of 4.8 hours on social media a day. Back then, we would see people, and now we see our friends living these perfect lives, not only models, but everyone living these perfect lives. We see our classmates having so much fun, and it just overall makes us feel bad. For example, this is me near the beautiful waters of Mount Pupunipuni in Hawaii. It was so nice and warm. Okay, so that was the fakest thing ever. I was actually in my friend's backyard in 40-degree waters. I couldn't hear, and my body was practically numb. Let's look at the real clips. I was spasming. I was questioning why I was even there. Pretty much drowning. And my body was so cold, it was numb. Proves how fake social media can be. I could have shown how I was having an amazing time in Hawaii, but that would have been so doctored up and fake. But in reality, most of the time, I was looking like this. Have you ever noticed the second a camera screen gets pulled out, everyone's face goes from scrolling on their phones to looking all excited and happy? That's like social media. We show the fun, most exciting parts of our lives, and then we feel bad watching other people's fake, fun, exciting parts of their life. This lets our mind start believing all these fake things everyone could be showing us. Now our common sense gets confused because we cannot decipher what is real or fake. And now we let fake situations make us feel bad. I was talking to my friend's mom, and she brought up this good point. Back then, people could only compare themselves with people in their community. But now we can compare ourselves with everyone all over the world through social media. Let's say the fastest kid could run a 6-minute mile in your community. You'd get motivated because someone in your community did this, and now it was possible for you. But now we're bombarded with the endless possibilities of everyone's achievements. Let's say you run an 11-minute mile and see people online running 4-minute miles for multiple miles. You might question, why should I even run when you're so far away from that goal? Nowadays, we have everything at the tip of our fingers and instant gratification. We're not used to spending months or even years to get better at something. That just seems crazy long. Social media has trained us to see the end result, not the journey. We miss the hard work and ups and downs it takes to get there. This has led us to forget that things take time, and now our common sense is confused. Question for you all right now, But how many of you guys are on your phones? It's been 5 minutes and you're already on your phones. This just shows how social media is ruining our attention spans. But don't feel bad, because 5 minutes is a lot of time compared to the average attention span of humans these days. It's a whopping 8.25 seconds. And you know what's even better? A goldfish's attention span is 9 seconds. So you're telling me a floppy fish that looks like this has a better attention span than us? Yes, I am. We want quick results. And when we don't get those quick results, we believe we don't have capabilities for certain skills. Now with the internet, we see people quite literally do the impossible or everything better than us. This makes us question if we are really good enough at anything. Another thing to think about is we have social media because we don't want to miss out, but we feel like we're missing out by seeing everyone living these fun, amazing lives. It's a cycle, and the only way to change the cycle is adjust something in it. So let's talk about how to be less distracted and revive your attention span. Doing both of these things will help you stop constantly comparing yourself to people online. It's quite obvious, but nevertheless still important. Limit your time on social media. By no means am I saying go from watching TikTok 10 hours a day to deleting it for the rest of your life. But let's say it's March 4th. Delete it till March 8th and see how you feel. Another tip I recently learned is grayscale. Grayscale is a feature on your phone that makes everything all gray. I've been using it for the last month and it has drastically decreased my screen time. Within 3 days, my screen time dropped by 35%. I shared how our common sense gets confused through social media and the constant comparison, which has led to short attention spans and the expectation that our goals and aspirations should come quick. No wonder we have become our own #1 critic. True confidence is genuinely what's inside. I know that's what every elementary school teacher has ever said, but it's true. We're always told to surround ourselves with kind, non-judgmental people. But aren't we the ones constantly judging ourselves? Instead of judging yourselves through comparing your flaws to other people's successes, start laughing at yourself. I make so many mistakes on the daily basis that if I was consumed with my flaws and how great everyone else is, I wouldn't even leave the house. Let's start with my track journey so far. I think I've face planted 3 times. For long jump tryouts, you're supposed to run into a pit and jump. But I guess jumping is too complicated for me because I ran into the pit and face planted. And to make it better, it was into a pit of 10 boys shifting the sand. Quite embarrassing. At first, I felt super embarrassed, questioning why I was even there. I'm horrible at long jump. Maybe I should quit track. But then I just overall felt super bad, actually questioning why am I here? And then I felt out of place. But then I replayed it as if it was a friend. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if your friend face planted, you'd be dying laughing at them, but nothing would really change. You wouldn't drop them as a friend, and the worst you do is maybe bully them for a few days. So laugh at yourself like that. You'll realize your mistakes are not so serious. And this makes it so instead of being consumed with your failure, you get up and try again, hoping to fail a little less next time. Okay, but Shakti Ann, how do I combat when other people spread hate to me, either online or in person? That also has to do with your common sense. Let's say someone hated on me for having pimples in some photos, which I do have. I genuinely wouldn't care. You know why? Because I question the criticism. So let's question it. 1, why would I want someone in my life who judges me for having pimples or judges me in general? If they judge me for having pimples, how would they react to my personality? 2, why would I want someone in my life who is purposely trying to make me feel bad? And 3, is their life so boring they have to sit there trying to decipher if I have 1 or 2 pimples? Like at that point, I would just pity them. Because while you are living your life, they are sitting there counting the pimples on your face. By creating this mindset, you're not only questioning the criticism, you're thinking logically by stepping into the lives of the criticizer. This makes you realize those people are the last people you want in your life. So take a stand and make a choice that not only takes back your time, but starts piecing back your confidence a click of a button tries to destroy. If you want to spend your life comparing yourself, making yourself feel bad about your looks, what you've accomplished or not accomplished, so be it. But if you want a new appreciation for yourself, Use your common sense when you get criticized or see people online achieve the impossible. And use social media a little less when you start feeling bad. That's what I've been doing. And I can promise you your confidence and the way you look at yourself will greatly improve. Thank you.